Welcome back, everyone, to a super hot Saturday morning here today. They say it's going to be 94 in this area. I bet with the heat index it's going to be over 100. It is steaming out here so far today. I think it's like 90 right now. It's a little after 9 o'clock, so that's crazy. So guys, now let me show you a few things that we got in this week. We got about we probably got about 10 Sega Genesis games in. They were all boxed. Most were missing their manuals. These were the best two, Blades of Vengeance and Haunting starring Poltergeist. I am so tempted to take that game home to my collection. It's one I've been looking for. Hopefully I'll be able to find a manual for both of these at some point. Otherwise, we'll let them go as they are. And the other thing we got in that was really, really good was a copy of Kirby Dream Land 3. Unfortunately, the top of the label on the crease is a little worn, but other than that, it is in great shape. Can't believe this game is like a $70 to $80 game. Loose, kind of surprises me. Well guys, it is coming up on 10:30. We are sitting at 165. We had a couple of gentlemen that have been here a few times, came in and bought quite a bit of stuff from us. One other gentleman bought a PS2 Slim from us, Mario Tennis for the N64, Wayne's World for the Super Nintendo, Where in the World was Carmen San Diego, I believe was for the Super Nintendo, Skater Die for the NES, Tony Hawk's Underground 2 for the PS2, and Metroid 2 for the original Game Boy. His friend bought like 3 sports games, a couple hockey games. Actually, it was 3 hockey games. One was for the Genesis, Super Nintendo. I think one was for the PS2. He also picked up a box copy of Street Fighter II Championship Edition for the Genesis, as well as Primal Rage boxed for the Genesis. Those were 2 of the games that we got in this week. So it's always nice to see those games go out. Then we had a mom and a son coming in. He picked up Spider-Man 3 for the PS3. I believe it was the Collector's Edition. So guys, once things start picking up again, I'll let you know. Well guys, it's coming up on noon. We are sitting at 5:08. Actually not. The elderly couple who bought the Wii from us last weekend, they brought it back and said, we don't like it. So I went ahead and let them trade it out. Refunded them the money, and they ended up picking up a Retron 2 with a ton of Nintendo and Super Nintendo games. One of them, probably the best, was the Legend of Zelda box game. Don't know why they got it boxed, but okay, that's fine. Some of the stuff, guys, we've sold here in the last couple hours. One of the guys who does conventions came in and bought quite a bit of stuff from us. Let him have a 10% discount because of that. He picked up Banjo-Kazooie, Kirby 64, and Super Mario 64, of course, for the N64. We sold. He also picked up Final Fantasy Origins for the PS1, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 for the Wii, Mario and Luigi Dream Team for the 3DS, and the Pokemon Emerald Not For Sale copy. Then we had somebody come in and pick up Jet Force Gemini and Namco Museum for the N64, and picked up a box copy of Double Dribble. Then we had somebody come in and picked up a, 4 Disney Infinity plates. Then we had somebody come in and pick up Wing Commander for the SNES, and picked up Karate Kid for the NES. And then we sold 10 comics, guys. So once things start selling again, I'll let you know. And it is, yes, extremely hot out here. As with most of you guys, yep, my latest obsession right now is the Pokemon Go game. I think I'm going to walk around the flea market and let's see if I can find anything. As you saw, guys, the connection out here, maybe it's even to the servers for that Pokemon Go game is truly bad. As soon as I tried to catch that Weedle, I got disconnected. So didn't really try it anymore because it's also super hot out here. So guys, it's coming up on 3 o'clock. I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here. We ended up at 4:42. I know I said previously we were at 5:08, but you got to remember that the Wii system that they bought with all those games come up to about $139, and what they bought from us this week was exactly $139 as well, which is kind of crazy. So that was kind of a wash. So guys, we ended up at 442. Some of the stuff we've sold here in the last couple hours, we sold a Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt game. We got it this week. I knew it was going to be gone. We got a copy of Tetris, and they also bought the Retron 1 NES system from us. Then we had somebody come in and wanted some cheap racing games for their little toddlers. So I showed them Extreme Racing and Zack Team Racing for the PS2, so he took those. We sold Sonic Freeriders for the 360, one of the Kinect games, and then somebody came in and took a Famicom game from me. Hopefully I won't butcher this name. It is SD Hero Shukesen, and he also took 5 of my Game Boy Advance / DS black cases from me as well. So guys, now stay tuned for Sunday. Welcome back everyone to another super hot Sunday morning here at the Big Top. It's currently 10:30. We're sitting at $32. It's been very, very slow, very, very hot out here today. So some of the stuff we've sold here in the last hour and a half, we sold a 99-cent comic with Buy Last comic box. We sold Sega Superstar Tennis and the Create game for the 360. We sold a $2.99 Game Boy Advance game. I believe it was Penabee, which is kind of a cutesy shooter. We sold 2 generic PSP cases. I sold a Skylanders Giants, and we sold Dakar 2 and Top Gun Combat Zones for the GameCube. Also, right now we just took in a few games. There were PS3 games. Again, nothing fancy here. We took in God of War Ascension, Batman Arkham City Game of the Year Edition, the God of War Collection, copy of Far Cry 3, Uncharted 2, really great game, and Uncharted 3 as well. So guys, once things start picking up again, I will let you know. Well guys, it's coming up on 1 o'clock. We are sitting at $101. It has been very slow today, and probably not as hot as it was yesterday, but again, not a lot of people. We've had 13 sales today so far, which isn't bad, but it's mostly been $3, $4, $5 items that have sold. Some of the stuff we've sold here in the last couple of hours, I sold Mario Kart Wii, probably our best game that we've sold so far today. We sold Tetris, the Famicom version of it. We sold SimCity, the Super Famicom version. They also took the all-in-one system that I had. That was almost like Wii-like graphics on it. We sold, his girlfriend took a Wii Fit board. We sold Prototype 2 for the 360. We sold a small HDMI cable, Bugs Life for the PS1, and a $2.99 game. So guys, if anything else sells, I'll let you know. Alright guys, it is 2:30. We're sitting at 202 now. It's picked up a little bit. It's kind of funny, we're actually at 21 sales. We normally average 22, but it's just been a lot of small stuff this last hour and a half. We have sold a couple bigger items. So some of the stuff we've sold here, we sold a loose copy of Midnight Club Dub Edition for the PSP. We sold Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for the 360, Borderlands pre-sequel for the PS3. We sold the Bloodborne poster. It was a GameStop exclusive that I got. It was in a frame. That ended up going. Nice to see that go. Ended up selling a box PS3 controller, a wireless third-party one. The ones we sell quite regularly. We've probably sold 8 to 10 since we've been out here. We sold Call of Duty Ghosts for the 360, and I sold a Skylanders figure. So guys, once things start selling again, I will let you know. Alright guys, here is the wrap-up portion of the video. We decided to stay a little bit later, probably closer to 3:30, 3:45 when we left on Sunday. We did sell a few more items. We ended up selling Cake Mania for the PC. It was just a loose copy of that. We sold a 99-cent comic, Pokemon X Complete in Box for the 3DS, and Skate 3 for the PS3. So that got us up to 252, and on Saturday we did 450 for a grand total of 702. So we were able to make our $700 amount that we like to make during the summer, thank goodness. The reason we stayed a little bit later is this week our federal and state taxes are due for our business, so it was nice to be able to make a little bit extra money, and we did make the amount that we needed to make. So now guys, on a more serious note, I haven't mentioned this to anybody really except for my family. On March, the end of March of this upcoming next year, I'm going to be losing my job. They have had some cutbacks at work. So now I'm trying to decide, after 20-something years, what I'm going to do. This business is doing well. It's not enough to be able to support me and my wife. So guys, what do you think? We've been talking a lot. We really would love to be able to open a brick and mortar store. I'd like to hear from you guys what you think, some suggestions. It's kind of scary to be able to do something like that. Not sure it's something we're going to do, going forward. It's definitely something that's always in the back of both of our minds. So guys, just let us know in the comments below what you think. And thanks again for watching.